Hey guys, this is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer, and it has been a little bit since we have been regularly releasing videos. And I appreciate your patience, also appreciate the encouraging messages. So we're getting back into that. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you, that we will be releasing a lot of videos. And so appreciate you sticking with us. Second thing I want to tell you about is today at 4 o'clock, we're going to have our Legal Ease show. And this is with my good friend, Stephen Palmieri. He owns a credit repair company. He trains credit repair companies. He has credit repair software. A very, very knowledgeable guy. And we do this every couple weeks where we just take live questions from you guys about credit reports, debt collectors, any type of consumer protection issue. And so we will look forward to that. That'll be at 4 o'clock Central Time today, Thursday, 4 o'clock. And that will be streamed live on YouTube, from my Facebook group, and also from one of Steven's Facebook groups. And so definitely, if you can join us, we'll look forward to that. The other thing I wanted to tell you about, well, there's actually quite a few things. So the next thing I should say is we have some very exciting news about our firm. I have a great friend, just a tremendous lawyer, who's going to be joining us in about the middle of August, be joining our firm. And he's licensed in Alabama and in Mississippi. So he will be helping us with Alabama. And also that opens up Mississippi for us. So if you're in Mississippi, we will now have a licensed lawyer in Mississippi. And so we can certainly help you there in the right situation. So when he comes on board, we'll do some joint videos. Very knowledgeable guy. Actually, he's been on the collection side for many, many years. So he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience. And that will just be tremendously helpful to us and to you. And so very excited to share that with you. And obviously a whole lot more details coming up soon. So next thing I want to tell you is I'm going to be releasing a video. I don't know if it'll be today. It might be tomorrow. But it's a bit of a rant that I've done with the credit bureaus and about contempt. Now you might be thinking, oh, so the credit bureaus like flagrantly violated some judge's order and the judge held them in contempt. That happens, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the attitude that they have in their minds towards you as a consumer, towards me as a consumer lawyer. Anybody that dares to dispute false or incomplete information on your credit reports, they treat you with utter contempt. They view you with contempt. They're very condescending towards you. And we'll go over some examples of that. And then we'll talk about, well, why do they do that? And what should be our reaction? Should we kind of shrink down like, oh my goodness, they don't like me. And I've got some lawyer whose, last name is the fourth or the fifth. And my granddaddy was a lawyer. And my daddy was a judge. And should we care about that? Or should we view their contempt towards us as being really a sign of respect and a badge of honor? Okay. And you can probably figure out where I'm going to go with this. And then what do we do about it? So knowing that the credit bureaus look at you with contempt, they're condescending towards you if you ever dare to dispute something, much less sue them, how do you use that to your advantage? We'll talk about that. So again, it's going to be a bit of a rant. If you're not interested, don't watch it. Okay, but I suspect, fair number of people that watch our videos will have some interest in that. And speaking of a rant, I'll tell you this. We used to, a number of years ago, we put out a weekly email newsletter called Consumer Power Newsletter and had a lot of great feedback on it. We don't do it anymore. And you say, well, John, if you had great feedback on it, why don't you do it anymore? It's a great question. Here's why. Because I missed 1 week, and then I missed the second week, and then the third week. And it's like when you fall off the wagon exercising, sometimes it's very hard to get back on. So I have been off the wagon. I mean, the wagon's run over me, all that sort of stuff. So what I thought about doing is, rather than trying to recreate that, just start new and do something on a daily basis. These may be short emails, maybe a little bit longer emails, but this will be our consumer daily rant. Okay. And so when I see things that are absurd with debt collectors, with credit bureaus, with mortgage companies, with insurance companies, when you've been in a car wreck, whatever it is, I'll just share those with you. And it'll also be educational. It's not going to be all rants, okay? It'll be educational. Hey, here's a video you might want to watch. Here's a PDF. Here's a webinar. Or here's something that a great court decision that I think you might want to read. And so if you're interested in that, there'll be a link below. You can click on it. You just put in your first, last name, and your email. And you should also be able to go to consumerdailyrant.com. I think that's the URL, consumerdailyrant.com. And sign up. That'll just take you to the sign up page. And so that won't be for everybody, but if you're interested in it, then definitely give it a try. Of course, it's free. I mean, everything we do, we release information and hopefully a lot of education and even some, have a little bit of fun while we do it. All of that is at no charge. So definitely let me know or just sign up if you're interested in that. And then probably the last thing, I'm sure I'm leaving something out, but the last thing is our weekly webinars. So we've done some weekly webinars. I really tried to have them on Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time, very specifically at that time. And the problem I'm running into is just my schedule. This is not what I do for a living. I don't do YouTube for a living. I file lawsuits. I'm in court. I'm in pretrial conferences. I'm in depositions. I'm in court hearings. And so it's been very hard to sort of keep it at a set time. And so and then the other thing is we'd have people sign up for this webinar series and then this one up here and this one up here. And I got thinking about that's sort of annoying having to keep re-signing for stuff. So we're going to have just sort of one webinar series. It'll just be every week. I will probably have it be on Thursdays, but keep in mind, my schedule may not allow that, and so it'll get adjusted, and you'll get an email when it gets adjusted. It should be that you'll be told ahead of time exactly what it's about. Certainly in our daily, consumer rant, we'll let you know about what the subject is of the webinar coming up. But even if you don't sign up for that, you should get an email from our webinar software that will tell you what the webinar this particular week or next week is about. And if it's not of interest to you, then don't join us. If it is and you can make it live, that's always great. You can ask questions, and we can even have you come on camera and do it that way. And if you cannot make it live, there'll always be a replay link that will be automatically sent out to you as soon as the webinar is done. So, just in summary, I've been a little bit out of pocket here. We're fixing that. We've got the 4 o'clock Legalese show with Stephen Palmieri coming up, so definitely join us for that. Want to let you know we have a great lawyer coming on board that will also open up Mississippi for us the middle of August. You can sign up for our daily email, and then we have our weekly webinar, and we're just going to be putting out more videos, and appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.